Hello students, Sridevi Gauri Shankar here. Welcome to Math Made Easy. Now let us start revision of MCQs in the topic ratio and proportion. Now question 1. The cost of a pen is rupees 10. The cost of a pencil is rupees 2. How many times of the cost of the pencil is cost of pen? So we have been asked to compare cost of a pencil to cost of a pen. Understood? So now cost of a pencil is rupees 2, okay, and cost of a pen is rupees 10. Okay, now we are going to compare cost, how many times of the cost of a pencil is the cost of a pen. So we are going to compare cost of a pencil to cost of a pen. So now what is cost of a pencil here? Cost of pencil rupees 2 and cost of pen is rupees 10. So how should we do this? As cost of pen divided by cost of pencil, like rupees 10, okay, divided by rupees 2, which is equal to 5 times. Okay, so that we will get the times of cost of a pencil to the cost of pen. So 5 times is the answer, option A. Now let's start question 2. There are 25 boys and 25 girls in a class. Okay, there are 25 boys and 25 girls in a class. The ratio of number of boys to the total number of students. Okay, the question they have asked here is total number of boys to the total number of students, not to the total number of girls. Okay, so number of boys to the number of students. Understood? So boys, how many boys are there? Total number of boys, we have 25. Number of girls, 25. Okay, so total number of students, so 25 plus 25. Boys plus girls, which is equal to 50. Understood? So we have been asked to find number of boys to number of students. Number of boys is 25. Okay, this is to number of students is equal to 50. So when we are going to simplify it using 25 tables itself, we can simplify. The answer will be 1 is to 2. 25 divided by 25 is 1. 50 divided by 25 is 2. So 1 is to 2. So our answer is option A. Understood students? If they have asked you to the number of boys to number of girls, then it will be 25 is to 25, where the answer will be 1 is to 1. Okay, but now the question is number of boys to the total number of students. So we have to find the total number of students here and then we have to simplify it. 25, 50. We can simplify easily using 25 tables. So 1 is to 2 will be the answer. Now let's start with question 3. The length and breadth of a rectangular path are 50 meter and 40 meter respectively. Find the ratio of the breadth to the length of the path. See, they have given in the form of length and breadth, but they are asking the ratio in the form of breadth and length. Okay, that is a simple twist here. That is where you have to focus. Understood? They have given length and breadth. Length 50 meter is the length, 40 meter is the breadth. They have given in a form of length and breadth, but the question they have asked is in the form of breadth, ratio of the breadth to the length. That is a simple twist here. Okay, ratio of the breadth to the length of the path. Understood students? So that is a simple twist here where you have to understand and do it. Actually question is very simple. The only thing you have to understand and do it. So length is 50 meter, okay, and breadth is 40 meter. This is how our question is, okay. But what we have been asked is to find the ratio of breadth to the length. Understood? We have been asked, okay, to find the ratio of the breadth to the length. So let us change the order. B is to L. So B is equal to 40 meter and length is equal to 50 meter, where it will be 4 is to 5. When you are going to simplify using 10 tables, it will be 4 is to 5. So our answer will be option C. The only twist in this question is that we have to change the order. Understood, students? Now question number 4. The ratio 40 centimeter to 1 meter is. Okay. Now what is 40 centimeter and what is 1 meter? They both are quantities of length. Okay. They both 40 centimeter and 1 meter. Both are quantities of length. But are they in the same unit? This one is centimeter, 40 is in centimeter and 1 is in a meter form. So we have to convert either one to the other unit so that it will be easy for us to compare. So 40 centimeter. So what we will do is, it is always easy to convert a bigger unit to a smaller unit because we can multiply. Understood? So now what is 1 meter? 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Now we are going to compare 40 centimeter is to 100 centimeter. So 40 is to 100 is 4 is to 10, and here we can further simplify it where it will be 2 is to 5. Understood? So option C here. Answer is option C here. See, in this question we have to convert either centimeter to meter or meter to centimeter. Okay, but the important thing is both should be in the same unit. Then only we can compare. Understood? In this question, why we took meter to centimeter is, it is always easy to multiply. It is always easy for you to take a bigger unit so that you can multiply it. Understood, students? Now question 5, the ratio of 25 minutes to 1 hour. This question is more or less like question 4. Okay, here the question is related to length, here it is related to time. That is the only difference here. So 25, the ratio of 25 minutes to 1 hour. So both the quantities are related to time here. So 25 minutes is to 1 hour. As I told you earlier, it is always easy for converting a bigger unit to a smaller unit. Now 25 minutes, and this sum we can convert with seconds also, but it is very lengthy procedure. Okay, no need for those. And 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay, so 25 is to 60, both we can simplify using 5 tables. So 25 divided by 5, 5, okay, and 60 divided by 5, 12. So 5 is to 12, answer is option B here. See, if the question they have asked 1 hour to 25 minutes, okay, ratio of 1 hour to 25 minutes, the answer will be 12 is to 5, okay. Then that is where you have to understand the question. Now the question is 25 minutes to 1 hour, so it will be 5 is to 12. Okay. Now question 6. The present age of Arun is 60 years. The present age of Manish is 30 years. Okay. Now the ratio of the age of Manish to the age of Arun 10 years ago. That is the question there. 10 years ago. Okay. So now first present age. Let us start with present age. Present age and ratio of what? Manish to Arun. So Manish to Arun. So present age of Manish is 30 and present age of Arun is 60. Understood? Now 10 years ago. 10 years ago means before 10 years. Manish age will be 30 minus 10. Okay. 30 minus 10, which will be 20 years. Okay. The same way here for Arun, 60 minus 10, it will be 50. So now we have to simplify using 10 tables. So 2 is to 5. Understood, students? See, the question they have asked is the present age of Arun is 60 years. Okay, Arun is 60 years and present age of Manish is 30 years. Okay, now the ratio of age of Manish to Arun. Okay, Manish to Arun. So we have to first write Manish age here. Okay, so first we have to start with Manish to Arun. Okay, so Manish is 30, Arun age is 60. When Manish is 30, Arun's age is 60. So 30 is to 60. But the question they have asked here is 10 years ago. Means 30 minus 10, his age will be 20, and 60 minus 10 is age, Arun's age will be 50. Okay, now we have to simplify it. So we can simplify using 10 tables. 20 divided by 10 is 2 and 50 divided by 10 is 5. 2 is to 5 will be our answer. So 2 is to 5, option D. Now let's start with question 7. It's a very simple question. Okay, 100 students appeared in annual examination. Okay, so 100 students are going to appear in annual examination. 60 students passed. The ratio of the number of the students who failed. See, they have given passed number and we are going to find the number of students who failed in that exam. Who failed to the total number of students. Okay, so now let us start with total number of students. So total number of students, so 100 students appeared. Okay, so 100. And number of students passed, 60 students passed. So 60. So number of students who failed, 100 minus 60, which is equal to 40. Okay, now we have been asked the ratio of students who failed. Okay, number of students who failed to the total number. So number of students who failed is 40 and number of students, total number of students is 100. And as you know, students, both will go in 20 tables, or if you want to make it in a simple way, both will go in 10 tables itself. Okay, so when we are going to divide this, it will be 4 is to 10. Okay, then when you are going to divide with 2 tables, it will be 2 is to 5. Understood, students? So 2 is to 5, our answer is option C. See, 100 students are there and 60 students have passed in that exam. So number of students who failed is 100 minus 60. 40 students have failed in that exam. Okay, now we are going to find the ratio of the failed students who failed to the total number of students. So number of students failed is 40 and total number of students is 100. So when we are going to simplify it, it will be 2 is to 5. Got it? Is it simple? Correct? See, it is simple, right? Always where you used to do the mistake is, instead of 2 is to 5, you used to immediately you know the numbers 2 and 5. So immediately you will click the option A. That is where your mistake will be. Okay, so just see the number, it is 2 is to 5 and the answer is option C. So now let us start with question 8. Which of the following are in proportion? How to find whether these numbers are in proportion or not? We have to find using this method. Product of means is equal to, should be equal to product of extremes. Product of extremes. What do you mean by means and extremes? Means means the number which is there in the middle. Okay, means means the number which is there in the middle, and extremes means the number which is there in the right and left corner of that. Okay, now let us start with A option. So product of means, which is equal to what? 3 into 20. Let us check whether it is equal to 2 into 30. So 60 is equal to 60. Yes, it is equal. So now let us try with option B. Means here is 4 and 15 and extremes are 3 and 18. So product of means 4 into 15 we have to check whether it is equal to product of extremes, which is equal to 3 into 18. Okay, so 60 and 54. It is not proportion. Okay, let us try with option C. Product of means. Means is 3 and 11. Okay, 3 into 11. And let us check whether it is equal to extremes, which is 1 and 22. 1 into 22. So 33, 22. Again, this is not proportion. And let us try with option D. Product of means, which is 5 into 40, 200. Okay, and extremes. Okay, 1 into 80, so 80, and again this is also not proportion, and again this is also not proportion. Okay, so this is not proportion, and option B is not proportion, option C is not proportion. Understood? So only option A is proportion. Product of means is proportion to product of extremes. Understood? This is how we have to do the sum. So we have to check whether this product of means is equal to product of extremes. Means means the number which is there in the middle, and extremes means which is there in the corner, right and left corner. Okay, so our answer is option A. Understood, students? Now let's start with question 9. Okay, so rupees 100 is divided between Sangeeta and Manish in the ratio 4:1. Rupees 100 is divided between Sangeeta and Manish in the ratio 4:1. So first let us start. Rupees 100 is we are going to divide between Sangeeta and Manish in the ratio 4:1. So first we have to find the total number of shares in that. Sangeeta is going to get 4 shares and Manish is going to get 1 share. So first we are going to find out the total number of shares. So 4 plus 1, total shares are 5. Okay, in that Sangeeta is going to get 4 shares. So when we are going to simplify it, 20 into 4, 80 rupees. Sangeeta is going to get 80 rupees. Manish, 100 into 1 by 5 is going to get rupees 20. Understood, students? So Sangeeta is going to get 80 rupees and Manish is going to get rupees 20, and you can cross check your answer also. 80 plus 20 you will get rupees 100. The total amount you will get. Okay, so now the question they have asked is find the amount Sangeeta gets. So we have to find the amount Sangeeta gets here. So the amount Sangeeta gets here is 80 rupees. So the answer is option A here. See, rupees 100, it has been divided between Sangeeta and Manish in the ratio 4:1. Okay, we have to find total number of shares here, where it is 5. 4 plus 1, 5 shares are there. Now what we have to do? We have to find in 5 shares, Sangeeta is going to get 4 shares. So 100 into 4 by 5, where she gets 80 rupees. And Manish is going to get 20 rupees. Okay, 100 into 1 by 5, because Manish gets only 1 share. So 1 by 5, 20 rupees. So the question they have asked here is find the amount Sangeeta gets. So rupees 80 is the answer. Now students, 10 and 11 I am going to give you the question and you are going to comment the answer in the comment box. So this is question 10, and we discussed a similar question related to that. So what is that? When you are going to find whether these are proportion or not. We have already discussed a question related to this. So 11th question, a car requires 5 liters of petrol to cover 80 kilometers. Okay, you always highlight the important points there. Okay, 5 liters of petrol to cover 80 kilometers. How many liters of petrol are required to cover 32 kilometers? So 5 liters of petrol is used to cover 80 kilometers. So you have to find how many liters of petrol is required to cover 32 kilometers. So 10th and 11th question you are going to do, and you are going to leave the answers in the comment box. Understood, students? And the answers for these questions will be discussed in the next video. Thank you, students, for watching my videos. Kindly like and share my videos. Subscribe to my channel. For further information, you can contact this number.